Hello and welcome to yet another vlog on my YouTube channel. This is going to be from Sea Life London Aquarium, which is an aquarium in London, England. It is of course another Merlin Midway attraction. The first area of the attraction is actually a large walkway, a glass walkway that goes over the largest tank in the attraction, which is the tank with a lot of sharks in, and you actually get some great views of all the sharks swimming around in there. And it's actually the first Sea Life aquarium that I've been to that's done this, so it was quite a unique element. So we start off with these screens showing some fish before entering the first section, which features a variety of different fish species and of course a lot of coral as well. Here is another type of fish. A piranha, this one. Species of piranha. And there's some more different types of coral in this one. Here's a closer look at this one from the other side of the tank. You can see it's got quite large eyes and teeth. And around these Sea Life they actually have these sculptures of some fish heads. We moved into the next section, which has more variety of fish. And you can see in this one, the Sea Life does really well is the theming. It does fantastic theming, and they all have unique theming and unique species as well. Here's another area.
Oh wow, look at him. European lobster.
There's a bit of a cave at the back of that one.
Blue and purple, so we should be able to
And
see.
they have a lot of interactive features that give you some facts as well. Like this one where you can spin the wheel and get a random fact out of there about raising sharks.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And here's one of the largest tanks. And here's somewhere at the theming there's a boat, and that's that tank from the top. Some more shots of those fish.
Oh, I can't zoom in all.
And there's actually a waterfall and some boat theming. Here is the life cycle of a turtle. So there's some more facts on this one, and some pictures of what the turtles would look like on their life. Turtles are the animals that live the longest as well. And here is a huge ray tank, and this is the biggest tank in the whole aquarium. Obviously you can see the ocean tunnel going through here, and there's quite a few windows to look into it from different angles, and there's some rays coming towards us now.
Oh, look, turtle.
And there's a huge turtle inside there, and the turtle's always a staple of these aquariums. They always have giant turtles in there, and they're some of the most impressive animals in the entire aquarium.
There's sharks in there, yeah. But not in this bit. They're in like the bit where you walked over at the start. There's 2 turtles up now. Oh!
And there's a few smaller turtles in this one as well.
He's just chilling down there. Yeah, you don't want to end up like Dory.
Here's some more angles. There's some fish in there as well. And this is one of the windows that looks into it. You can actually see the ocean tunnel, and there's a lot of rock work and theming to create a good environment. There's a lot of coral. And then we actually headed into the ocean tunnel, which is a really, really impressive element. And this is in all of these aquariums. Here's one of the rays swimming above. Some of the other species of fish. And there's these little portholes you can look through to see some of the creatures in there as well. And these Sea Life aquariums are really, really relaxing to walk through. And they're just enjoyable attractions. And here's another section of the ocean tunnel. There's a striped fish in there. There's another little porthole you can come in, and you really feel immersed inside the water when you come in here, and you can just relax and watch the rays at the bottom of the tank. Here's one of the giant turtles with one of the rays swimming above us. And these are really nice animals to watch. There's a ray swimming underneath as well. We're headed into the next area. There's actually bones built into the wall in this section, which adds to the lineup of great theming in here. And then there's more shots of that tank. There's some of the rays coming down. And this is a huge area you can stand in.
This one, because of the way the glass is sort of distorting it actually does feel like you're underwater in this one. Where?
Here is a big eye, which is quite similar to an anglerfish, but it's a bit smaller and it doesn't have the light on it because they don't live as low in the ocean. And here are some pufferfish, and these are some of my favourites. They're really cute to watch with the little teeth.
Like a kid, doesn't they?
And there's a old diver's helmet in this one as well. And you can see this pufferfish is actually all puffed up as well. There's one of the sharks coming through now. That's what I do like about the London one, that they have a huge variety of absolutely everything in this one. So they have the turtles, they have the sharks, they even have the penguins, which you'll see later. Here's another shark coming over. There's a huge statue inside that one. This is another one of the big windows across the side of the largest tank. And then we headed into Coral Kingdom, We've just got a lot of clownfish in this tank. It's absolutely full of clownfish. And there's a couple of other types in there, but this is the main element of this tank. And there's quite a bit of coral, different types of coral and seaweed inside.
Oh no, I've got mini marigolds. Oh. I might post.
You've got clownfish of all different sizes inside there as well.
Mini Merrick's in the video now.
There's quite a bit of rock work inside as well that adds to the atmosphere.
No, I was going to hold him up again.
Here's one of the other tanks. They've got some starfish in here, and we've got some quite small fish in this one, and some slightly larger ones with a lot of coral in the bottom of this one. And there's a huge shark tank in here. It's another view of this large tank in the main area of this attraction. There's a lot of sharks in here and different types of shark. Here's some seahorses in this one. So it's another variety of the types of fish you can get in here. Different types of coral. Some more seahorses and more. There's a really close-up view of one here because there was one right down there with the coral. Here's another one.
Like a giant octopus.
I really do enjoy these attractions. Here is an octopus as well, which is quite a unique element for this one. You don't see octopuses that much in the Sea Life Aquariums. Here there's an even better view of it. Such strange creatures, these.
It's exactly the
There's
same.
nothing else really like them.
Oh wow.
There's quite a lot of views of this one because it was right in the perfect position to get a lot of footage of it.
I do it
There's another octopus. This one's really close. Off it goes. There's another water feature here. This big tree branch coming over it. And there's actually a small insect area, so you can see these ants carrying leaves through the tubes. And these are more really impressive creatures, and it's nice to see some different types of creature other than sea animals. You've got this insect area. And this tank with some more ants in. And there's them climbing through the tubes with the leaves. And it's quite rainforest-esque. theming. There's actually a blue tree frog inside there, just about. You can see it. We'll zoom in the rainforest setting, because that's their natural habitat in there. That's what they do well at Sea Life. They keep the enclosures to the natural habitat of these creatures.
So much to discover. Why?
Ants. There's some more shots of the ants in the tank, because there's a dome you can get in, and you can get really up close to some of the ants in there. You see them climbing on the ropes in there, and all of the trees that they can go on.
They're only wickle.
There's another fish tank here with some very small fish. They're probably the smallest ones in the aquarium. And there's a really cute one here.
Fishy.
With a big mouth. And here's a very different species of turtle. It's got a bit of a longer tail there.
I think he's the one Gamera's based off, because
Yeah, you can see it. The shell's a bit of a different design, and they've got a different shape to them. So they're a very different type of turtle to what we've seen before. Went down the corridor to another really well themed section in the rainforest area. Some more striped fish. There's that different type of turtle is in there as well. And there's actually a turtle on the rock, just on the sand as well. And there is an alligator just sat there with all the other reptiles, and there's a couple of turtles sat there.
Medical leech. I don't think they'd have a real crocodile mounted on a wall.
I thought that was going to be a bit gross.
It would be a bit weird.
Here's another shot of the alligator. There's actually a model of fish there. And we went back into the tank with those different types of turtle, so you could get more views of them from a different angle. This one's swimming right up to us. We went over a little bridge, there's some rock work around it, and there's some lights underneath in quite a dark lit area, which really adds to the atmosphere of this bit. Yeah, we went over the rocks as well.
Well,
Your photo in there.
yeah,
Radio main program. So if you're unable to respond, please just listen carefully. Stay as mad as they can. I'm evacuating my team, as it's not safe to remain here. Be prepared.
You can actually sit in this boat,
Storm can get worse before it gets better. Repeat.
and this is a great bit of interactive theming. You can have a photo in there as a nice photo opportunity. You can see the wheel You can spin round.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, is this like a...
And there's some shells in a wheel. And you get another tank. There's some more rays, different fish species in this one. Other rays is coming over. These are slightly smaller rays to the other ones just earlier on. Bit of a different type of them. There's actually some bones in this tank. There's extra theming. And one of the rays came right up to the glass with this one. You can actually see the face underneath. And one of the turtles coming over. And this is actually the same tank as the ocean tunnel. You just get a bit of a different view. We went into Polar Adventure, which is the area with the turtles. There's a map of Antarctica. Some information about the penguins. And this is one of the best parts of the experience because the penguins are a unique element. They're not in all of the aquariums. There's one splashing around a bit over there. And it's actually quite a long area. You spend quite a long time looking at the penguins in this one.
But you'll get all these things this time of year closure, and we know that feel good because she doesn't go to sleep. She's not in like a good sleep in the morning yet. Yeah, they do.
There's a water feature over there. You can see there's this compass on the ceiling that's actually spinning round, a bit of a feature of movement. You can sit on this big ice throne. And there's actually a little show you can watch. You can sit on some of the icebergs and you can actually see this polar bear come along. And there's a baby one. They jump in the water. And this is one of the best interactive features I've seen in an aquarium, a Sea Life aquarium. And there's another angle of it over there. And then there was some more of these different types of piranha. And there's a room you can go in which is surrounded by a projection that gives you some information on how Sea Life raises money for looking after certain species of animal. And then we go to another window surrounding the largest tank in the aquarium. And there's a shark swimming right past.
Yeah, look. This does look like the last time we interacted.
This actually gives you a view of how big this tank actually is.
After that, that's it, I think.
And how many floors of the aquarium actually go and have different views of the largest tank in here. And one of the sharks came swimming right next to us again. You can see how many sharks are in there. There's another one of the statues. Some more of these type of fish. And some of these striped fish in this section. There's a lot more rock work. And there's actually a section of this tank you can look through one of the windows. It's got a cage, so it feels like you're diving when you go in there. There's another one of the sharks swimming right up. Yeah, that's what's good about this. The sharks swim right up to the glass, so you can get some really good views of them. There's a shark swimming right down the bottom there. There's one swimming right next to us. There's one going above. There's quite a few of them coming over now. There's a zoom in on one of the sharks. You went down into the jellyfish area.
Green jelly, yeah.
And there's some of the jellyfish. They actually have this glowing light effect, so it demonstrates how they change colour to fit in with the environment. And here is a bit about plastic pollution, where there's actually some plastic bags inside one of the tanks.
Killing as well. Oh yeah.
And there's another jellyfish area. And these are really impressive to look at. There's some information about climate change and the cycle of it. You can feel what a jellyfish feels like through there. And there's another jellyfish tank with changing lights. And there's an interactive feature where you can make your own jellyfish and it can swim around in the ocean.
Oh, you got to add food. There we go. Now
I actually got one to work here, and you can up the health on it too.
I want the temperature down a little bit.
Change the score of it so it lives longer.
Jokes on you, I've created the optimal setup, taking into consideration every variable necessary to achieve world domination.
And that actually talks about pollution and effects and sort of information. You can see you can add to it so it can live longer, it can score higher. You see my score's going up a bit there. You can see some more jellyfish in a different tank with this one. And there's some where you can go around the corridor and you can see them from different sides. There's some more of them. The colour changing effects. These are some of the biggest ones in the aquarium. And then we exited. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog from Sea Life London Aquarium. It isn't my favourite sea life in the UK, but it is one of the best with the variety of species you get inside. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog from Sea Life London.